All right, so we checked out a new found footage film called Sleep Stalker. And this is about a influencer couple, of course, because I guess there is some law now that all found footage movies have to be about fucking social media influencers.
As you said.
Yes.
Excuse me. Oh my gosh.
It makes the most
sense in today's world for social.
They're always
filming.
I get it. So they are moving into a new house.
Yep. Sight unseen.
And they go up, and we get to watch as they're experiencing this house. And so they're engaged, married? What are they?
I don't know.
Boyfriend, girlfriend?
I think they're married, but I don't remember if we get that information. But they are a couple.
Yeah, they're a couple. I don't know. I forget their status beyond that. But the man in the relationship, he starts sleepwalking.
Yes.
And, so this is like a Paranormal Activity clone of sorts. And unfortunately, it's not a very good one. So this film was quite frustrating to watch, honestly, because I feel like it had so much going for it that could have made this good, as far as like they had very good looking, very competent actors as our main two.
Yeah.
Right? So I was just like, all right, they got the chops, they got the looks, they can do something with them for sure. Like the looks part of it, I like pretty people are good to look at, but also it made it much more believable that they were like famous influencers. Sure. Right? Like that helped the believability aspect of
They
it.
look like they would be influencers.
Not that influencers can't be like conventionally unattractive or anything. It's just typically they aren't, and this just kind of adds to the believability of it.
I thought that their performances were actually like they were good actors.
Yeah.
I thought they did a good job.
And the film is like got a very crisp, good look to it. So it's like very professional looking.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to we watch a lot of found footage movies, and there's ones that are just made by complete obvious amateurs, which sometimes adds to the believability of it. But because they're videographers, because this is what they do, that also added to the believability. And it was very clear that the people who made this had money, and they had some talent behind the camera to make it look solid and crisp and HD and the whole works. So all of those things were like, and they had access to a very nice, cool house.
Yes.
That could have worked to the benefit of this movie. But unfortunately, it's just trope after trope. It's rinse, lather, repeat. Very repetitive. What do you think?
It's the script, unfortunately, and this is, I think, the weakest part of the film. It is a lot of repetitive, just things happening as far as the sleepwalking and such stuff goes. There was one element that we liked, which I don't really know if it's a spoiler, but they kind of like flip a certain dynamic that we see.
That's not a spoiler.
Okay, well, like in a lot of these like films where there's some type of like paranormal thing potentially happening, more often than not, like it's the woman experiencing it, and she's trying to tell her husband or boyfriend or whoever, and they're very like dismissive. And in this, it was the opposite, where the things that are happening, the guy very much believes like something's up, and the girl is like, it's just like, no, I do not believe in that. That's not it. This is you, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, she's the Mika cool. And he's the Katie.
Yeah, which is fine. Like, I think it's good to get it, like, a shake-up like that here and there. And honestly, it's fine to have characters, like, to have skeptics and stuff. But I think one of the things we were getting frustrated with is that there's a lot of moments where there's, like, things happening on video, on camera, like filmed, recorded.
Yeah.
And, you know, he'll be trying to explain something to her, and she's like, no way. And we don't get any, like moments of, like, well, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
And I think that that's supposed to be because she's just so not willing to just consider any possibility that there could be something happening. But it does make it frustrating because you're like, he would, like any person, like if, you would be showing them, you would be like, look, like what is this then? There is
100%.
something that happens early on where there's like a door that moves, right? And her explanation is like, it's draft, it's wind. And so I think that from that point on, she's just like, anything that happens on camera is just either the wind
it's explainable.
Or whatever. So I think that's kind of what's supposed to be, the happening, but it still makes it very frustrating.
There's a huge difference between a door opening in the house, which is explainable. Yes, sure. Maybe the door opened because of wind. That's a typical common explanation for something that could be seen as paranormal, but has a very easily explainable scientific explanation. But there are things that happen later with a Ouija board and stuff like that where you're like, no fucking way that's explainable.
It's not wind. Could it be faked? Maybe. But there's not any talk about that.
Yeah,
it's
let's
like,
at least see that conversation happen.
So that was very frustrating. I think that there's also, I kind of just want to mention this, but there's a doctor in this that this actor that I thought did a really, really good job as the doctor. They just felt like an actual doctor to me. I don't know. I feel like that can be a hard thing for people to nail. Like, there's a certain cadence and a way that doctors can talk to you.
The first one or the second one?
The second one.
Okay.
The first one did fine, too. But the second one just, like, really sold me that they were, like, a medical professional for some reason.
Because you don't believe women can be medical professionals?
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's the performance itself.
You only think men are capable?
Definitely not.
Competent?
Definitely not. The first one did a fine job, too. Like, there was no problem with her performance. It was just, I don't know, there was a little something else in the second one. But yeah, and I think that there's a point in the film where things get kind of like they really ramp up and get really intense, and there's behaviors from the characters that are very unbelievable for what's going on. Like things that you would be like, of course this person is going to do this. Like, of course they're going to, like, this would be your immediate response to this thing happening. Yeah. And there's not. And there's a lot of moments where something crazy will happen, and then we cut to, like, a new scene, and there's literally no talk between the characters of, like, what happened previously. So you're just kind of left, like, okay, like, you're not going to talk about that thing? Like, that's a pretty intense thing to experience or whatever. So that, again, frustrating to watch.
The after response in this movie is abysmal. This is definitely one of the worst offenders of what I consider the after response. Is like something happens and then you cut to the next scene, which should then be the response, the after response of what just previously happened in that last scene. Because when someone starts levitating or someone starts trying to murder you or whatever, I'm not saying these things happen or they don't, I'm just giving random examples that happen in these movies typically. You then, of course, then cut to the scene where the person's like on the phone with somebody, and they're like, oh my god, I really think that things are going downhill, and maybe, I don't know, maybe I should call the cops or whatever. But it will literally go from a scene where somebody's lives put in danger, obviously, and then it cuts to like, hey fam, like they're talking to their subscribers or whatever, and like are in a great chipper mood, and they don't look like. That's another thing with this movie is that. And I don't know if this was just a choice because both of them are attractive and they just wanted their stars to look good at all times. But, like, no one's fucking sleeping. Life is hell.
Yeah.
And they both look like fucking models 24/7 in the movie.
They're both, like, perfect looking.
And
that's
I'm like,
definitely...
come on. You couldn't mess up your hair a little bit, wear a little bit less makeup, make it look like, I don't know, maybe I didn't get 40 winks last night. You know what I mean? Like,
it's definitely, that also adds to it.
Adds to it, exactly.
Because you're just like, and you would expect people to look a little bit more haggard, I suppose would be the word.
Yeah.
Because they would. Like, if you ever go even just one night without sleep, like, you know how, like, crappy you feel, and, like, feel, you know, and if you go multiple nights without sleeping, or like very broken sleep, and then there's like high emotions and stuff, like it does start to reflect on your physical appearance. Like you start taking care of yourself less. There's dark bags that develop under your eyeballs, you know, like all that starts to happen. But
and then the other aspect of the film for me too is that they're influencers, but we don't really see any influencing. Like we see that they're recording their videos for their audience, but we don't have any audience interaction. We don't see anything. And that, like, I don't feel like their channel is nothing in this movie. Like we don't get any sense. I don't even know what the fuck they do. Like, I don't know what their influencers are. They're just
couple, like one of those YouTube couple
just
peoples.
Like, what is that? Like, life, like, what do they call that type of influencing? Slice of life.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah. Like,
I mean, to be fair, like, there is text at the very beginning that this footage is, like, recovered footage from, like, their cameras and phones or whatever.
I understand that, but
we aren't really seeing it, like...
Because you and I do a YouTube channel together...
Yeah, I agree. There should be, like,
we talk about the channel all the fucking time. We talk about comments.
There should at least be, like, something where they're, like, going through... Because, like, they are posting. Like, it's not...
Is their audience not responding to any of this insanity that's going on?
I mean, because they are obviously, like, you're... imagining, right, like they're editing out like really like their fights or whatever from the videos, but then the like sleepwalking stuff or the whatever that they're posting, like like they might be like responding to comments or whatever and being like, this person said it could be this and this thing, and that actually is beneficial for like a script like this because you can get like ideas, right? Like somebody mentions this one thing and it's like, oh, that makes me think about, well, what, you know, right? I agree. I felt like there wasn't enough of their like their fan base or their followers or whatever, which are a big impact when you get these like influencer type found footage films. Like that's what's driving them. And like as we started to say at the beginning, like not only are they filming the whole time, but most of these like influencers, like if things get really crazy or intense, like they would keep filming and keep 100%. Recording because they're like, I could get great content. And so it's like, yeah, if we're to believe that they're, you know, even if this is their job, they're full-time influencers, like, there should be more of that in their life than just, like, we're starting a video about our home renovation, and it's like, okay, we need more than that. We need the other side of the camera. Like, the people watching you have to be a part of it,
too. Take notes from the Winterlings.
Hey, Winterlings.
Hey, Winterlings. We mention them a lot. We say that phrase
We actually say that a lot, which is really funny.
I don't even remember what that movie is called now.
I don't either. It should be Winterlings.
No.
We just laugh at it because it's like they have a
catchphrase.
Well, we even tried to like we were like, what would we call us? And I don't even remember what we said about us. Sinister Cinnies or something.
No, it was Cinephiles.
Hey, Cinephiles. Winterlings is fun to say though.
Cinephiles is funny.
Yeah, Cinephiles is funny. Anyway.
Yeah, I think that the guy in this movie had it in his contract that he had to have his shirt off as much as possible. He's like, I'm only going to do this film if I can rock this bod out and about the whole time.
That's fair.
But hey, man, you look like this.
Yeah.
You got all the rights.
Yeah. He's got like, he's very cut. Yeah. Right? Is that what you would say?
That's what you say. That's
what
I would say.
No. Well, I didn't know. Whatever.
He's so cut.
We remember we've talked about this. I didn't know like cut was like a thing that you said, where it's like when people are like really like muscular and like slim. They're not like the like bodybuilder like big muscles. They're just like very like chiseled.
Yeah, that's cut.
I never knew that's what it was called. So that's why I was like, if that's what you would say.
Because I talk about cut. He
talks
all
about
the time,
a lot actually.
As I'm bulging from the pants. All right.
Well, anyway.
So yeah, this is free on Hoopla currently. If you do want to check it out, if you're just like a found footage enthusiast who wants to watch any influencer based haunted house type movie. I don't think the resolution in this movie is very good either. But yeah, it just kind of ends and you're like, oh, that's it? That's okay. Interesting. So, nah, not a win for us.
Not a win.
Oh well.
Oh wells.
And yeah, thank you for recommending it.
Yeah. We're usually always down to check out found footage films, so.
Yeah. So Anyway, it's okay. I'm not gonna love every recommendation. But...
No, but it wasn't like a hate. Like,
no,
oh God,
terrible.
like it was just a.
Got to see that.
Cut. No, like we said, their performances were good. I think everyone's performance in the film was good. So there's definitely positives to it. It just cohesively wasn't a good film for us. But don't let that stop you from recommending things in the future.
Yeah.
So.
Bye. Guys.